Hey everybody, Jamie, um, evil overlord of Red Raccoon Games here. Haven't talked to you guys for a while, so hope I still remembered how to actually run this thing. Um, I'm going to give it just a second of delay time here to make sure anybody that wanted to kind of tune in gets a second to hear my nonsense. So let me pull up the Facebook page while I'm at it. Wobbles is here. Come here, dude. Say hi to everybody, Wobbles. Yeah, got the motor going. All right. Wobbles cam is in action. Shift the camera down so you guys can see him better because everybody likes Wobbles more than me half the time anyway. I don't like the new Facebook and all this changes that they've made to stuff. Makes it harder to see what's going on. Hey, Greg Miller, how are you, sir? Good to see you. Okay, so so 8:02. I guess that's probably long enough to give everybody an update. I'm sure a lot of you guys probably already saw that the governor did an update today, and he put some more restrictions on stores. I got to be honest, I really expected when I saw that the governor was doing an update today that he was going to shut down stores like we had happened back in March. I thought we were going to roll all the way back to phase 2 because the COVID outbreak has gotten so bad in the area in our region 2 in Illinois. So today he actually announced that we're going to be rolling back to 25% of capacity, and what we're going to be allowed to stay open. But curbside and web orders are recommended, and so it could have been worse. And so yes, we are going to be hey Nick, hey Zach. So we're still going to be open with 25% capacity. For us, that means 25 people. Well, it's a little bit higher than that, but we have a capacity of over 100. So we're going to limit it at 25 people, and that includes staff. So that means that we're going to start paying attention and making sure that we don't go over that 25% limit. We don't want to, one, upset anybody, but two, we want to keep all of you safe. We are going to continue doing all the things that we've been doing in the store. You know, I bought those 2 giant air purifiers so they can turn over the air in the store with the UV filters and charcoal filters and HEPA filters. And, it's supposed to kill all these different germs and everything. We just cleaned those again last week to make sure that they're working right. We're not ready to change filters yet, but whatever. And those 2 things, each one is rated to turn over the air in the store 6 times an hour. So between 2 of them on the same floor, we're turning over the air 12 times an hour and running it through the purifier. We still have sanitizer everywhere. We're still making sure everybody sanitizes on the way in. We're wiping down surfaces. We're cleaning. We're doing the cleaning everything, the ridiculous amount, it's not only a little bit more than we do anyway, because we like being known as the clean game store. Luckily, most of the ones in Central Illinois are pretty good about that. But people who travel in from other parts tell bad stories about dirty game stores. And hell, I've traveled and I've seen some dirty game stores, so that's not good. We're going to still be able to be open. The 25-person capacity limit is really probably only going to affect us during the Small Business Saturday weekend. So we are going to make some changes to that weekend. We've already been planning these anyway, because the store historically gets crazy. It's ridiculous. It's packed. You can barely move in there. And we don't want that during COVID-19. So We are going to have somebody stationed at the door that's going to be counting people. We're going to keep a capacity limit of 25. So if there's 5 of us in the store as staff members, we'll allow 20 customers in at a time. We are absolutely going to keep doing curbside. We are absolutely still going to ship to anybody that needs us to do shipping for them. We have been doing a pretty good job of keeping everything in the store with pictures and as much detail as we can find up on the website. If it's in stock in the store, it should show up live on the website. If it's out of stock in the store, it actually should disappear off the website. That's the settings we have turned on. I think the only things that you can't buy on the website right now are some really high-end magic stuff that changes prices a lot. But most stuff should be available. If it's magic or Pokemon, some of those things will say, please call us to order these things. And so that's a way of security for the store and stuff. So we've got that going on. So mostly we are going to be running the store as normal. One other thing we're doing, a couple other things we're doing for that weekend, right? Normally on Small Business Saturday, normally we did Friday night was all Magic and Force of Will and Pokemon. All card games were on sale Fridays. Saturday was board games and puzzles, and Sunday was minis and RPGs. That's normally how we do it to kind of, some people only play one type of game, and we were going to spread it out, right? We're going to switch that up a little bit this year. And all of the stuff that we're doing for sales promotions, all of them will run starting on Friday and are actually going to go all the way through to Tuesday. So anything we're doing in the store is going to be done all 5 of those days. We're staying open. We're open late on Friday till 10 p.m. We're going to stay open late on Saturday until 10 p.m. And then Monday, Tuesday, we're open from 10 to 10 p.m. as well. So the amount of hours that the stuff that we're doing will be available is going to be hugely expanded, bigly expanded even. And we're going to make all those things available to you that we're doing for that entire 5 days. So if you don't feel like you're comfortable coming in when you think it might be busy, like a Saturday morning or Saturday noon or something, and you want a different experience, know that all the sales will go all the way through Tuesday, right? And so you could come late, you could come early on Saturday morning. We're trying to spread it out and make it so that you have a lot of options to shop with us. That entire period of time also, any sale that's in the store will also be on the website and will also be available for curbside or for shipping or local pickup. You could say, I'm going to buy it today and then I'll pick it up when I'm in there next Wednesday, because I think Wednesday will be a lot calmer at the store. And you're probably right. Wednesday will be calmer because there'll be no more sales left. So everything we do is going to go over a longer period of time. We're still going to maintain those the social distancing that we need to. We're still going to keep the capacity limits that we need to make this work for everybody. Another change is there will be some doorbuster-y type sales, but it won't be as many this year as it has been in the past. And the reason why is we're going to eat our own dog food, in that instead of doing crazy big sales, and there'll be a few things, but instead of a lot of stuff being on sale, instead we're going to run a promotion where we're going out and buying local gift cards from some of our favorite stores that we think might also be some of your favorite stores. And we're going to buy a bunch of gift cards from them. And instead of getting discounts on games, you're going to get gift cards to other locally owned businesses to pay it forward, to say, hey, go find something awesome at this store. We're still working out some details about who we're partnering with to do this. I know at least 3 of the stores right now. I'm not going to spoil it yet, but that's what we're going to do, is we're going to be giving you gift cards to go to these other stores and see them, because there are so many stores in the community right now that just need help. Small businesses are getting crushed. Our restaurant and bar friends are getting crushed. There's a lot of places that are doing everything right, and the restaurants are now shut down where they can only do carry out. So there would be carry out gift certificates, so you can order carry out for some of the places. There will be gift certificates for some of the other stores in downtown. And so we're going to try to take care of everything to the best that we possibly can. We want to make sure that they can also stay in business too, because a lot of the businesses in downtown, we collaborate all the time, and the whole downtown experience wouldn't be the same without a lot of these places. So we're going to be doing that. Is going to be a bigger theme of shopping local and paying it forward than straight up just massive discounts. There's going to be a few things that we just need to get rid of because I might have gotten a little overzealous when I ordered stuff. Some of the stuff like and I'm not necessarily going to be on sale, but some of the stuff like War on Chicken Island showed up today, and I paid for that 2.5 years ago for part of the Kickstarter, and I thought it was going to be here, 2 years ago, and it just showed up today. So we have stuff in the store we were not expecting to actually have for this Christmas season. Some of the stuff I bought, like Paris was supposed to be out months and months ago, right? I played that at the Gamma Trade Show in March, and because it's COVID, everything is screwed up. So we got a lot of stuff, and some of that's going to be, we're going to do some interesting things as we come up. So anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to get through is capacity limits. It probably will only apply for that weekend of sales. We're going to have somebody at the door making sure that we can everybody can fit and be comfortable in there. Capacity limits, keeping the cleanliness going, keeping the air filters going. Everybody will wear a mask or not come in our store. I got to be honest, guys. The good thing about this, and I've been really surprised about this, is I think we've only had 2 people since the mask mandate went into effect. Only 2 people have gotten mad and stormed out of the store because we asked them to wear a mask. And one of the guys had a mask on, but he just did the thing where he's got his nose hanging out, and he got mad. I'm like, sir, could you just put that up over your nose? And actually, I didn't even ask him. Aaron asked him, and he's super plagued. He's like, sir, could you just put that over your nose? And the guy got super mad and bent out of shape. And so, it's only been 2 people, and I'm so happy that at least our customer base is just wearing their masks. It's not been that big a deal. I really expected from some of the horror stories I heard from other businesses and some of the videos I've seen online, it was going to be worse. But thank you to all of you for wearing your masks, right, and washing your hands and stuff. And yeah, Tony, a little overzealous, buddy. Couple games, a little overzealous. Might have ordered Mariposas expecting wingspan numbers. We sold a lot of it, but we haven't sold wingspan numbers of Mariposas yet, which is a shame because it's such an awesome game and it's so beautiful, but we'll get there. So let's see. Ken, personally, I appreciate everywhere everyone's wearing their mask. I know it's getting so much better. There's still some people, right, that just won't wear their masks. And I mean, there's so many videos that show you the science, right? People who take a drag of a cigarette and then put their mask on and try to blow out, and it doesn't go out. It just kind of goes around them and diffuses, right? And that's the goal, right? So thank you for that. Thank you, Christina. It was good to see you guys in the store earlier today. We're going to share the love with other small businesses. And we got to support everybody and keep everybody going and keep as many people employed as we can. Tony, yes, we have multiple boxes of masks that we've gone through. We totally have a mask. I mean, we've had to give out a bunch of masks. It's no big deal, right? You need a mask, here's a mask. We also sold a bunch of the ones that Kelly made as well. We even have King of Tokyo dark masks for sale right now. I would wear mine more often, but I have a big fat head, and the mask is a little too tight. It makes my ears stick out straight. But Kelly made me a mask knowing I had a fat head, so I'll just keep wearing Kelly's mask. JC, we think everything is a trap. That's just true. This is 100% true, right? I just had my D&D table. We played over Zoom on Sunday night. And sometimes it's so painful as, they're like, we're going to move 5 feet. I'm going to roll check for traps. Move 5 feet. I'm going to roll check for traps. And I'm like, guys, I will tell you if the trap is in the vicinity to speed this up a little bit. And they don't trust me, because then the one time they forget to check for a trap, there actually was a trap there. So, yeah, everything is a trap. Yeah. Tony, Mariposas is great. Absolutely great. And I only beat Jesse because he forgot one rule at the very end. It's awesome. I mean, that's the thing is there are so many awesome games in the store right now. And man, it's just hard to wrap our brains around them, because we also want to sell the stuff that was really popular last year too. And so it's a balance of like, how do we fit all this stuff in the store? Because like one of the hottest games that we sold all last year was that game Suspend. And if you guys were in the store last Christmas, it's the one that was standing on the table, and it's like the wire game. It's like Jenga a little bit, but you're putting wires of these different lengths and bends and stuff onto this swinging balance. And if you dump it all over, of course, you lose. And we sold so many copies of that game last year by just having it on a table and letting people play. And Jesse and I were talking today about it, and we're like, well, should we get more Suspend? People liked it last year. And we're like, yeah, but at what point do we stop ordering new stuff, because we have so much stuff that we need to sell to you guys? The level of games it feels like it's just gone up so much this year. The number of games has certainly gone up. Was talking to the guy that helps me with our marketing stuff the other day, and I've now owned the store for 6 years. And in that 6 years, when I first took over the store, 1 or 2 or 3 new games came out a week. On a big month, maybe we had 15 games that came out over the course of the whole month. And now we're getting 15 new games every week, if not more than 15 new games every week. So we went from, we're up like 4 times the volume is what it feels like in terms of the number of games and expansions and new pieces for some of our popular games like Armada or Legion, or there's so much content coming out right now, and we're balancing it all, to try to keep everybody happy. Like, we've got our board game crowd, and we've got our Pathfinder guys, and our D&D people with the Tasha's Cauldron went crazy. We've already sold almost 70 copies of Tasha's Cauldron today. I don't know if we're going to have any more Tasha's Cauldron by tomorrow at this point. So everybody that's pre-ordered, they're good, but the other ones that we had, because it got allocated with this year, and we couldn't order as many as we wanted, and plus you guys all want it because the book's cool. And so we got the D&D folks, and we got a new Magic set with Magic Legends, and Pokemon has gone crazy, and the Warhammer people are bored at home, so they're buying and painting everything in sight and trying to get models and paints in the same place. And man, there's so many groups that we're trying to keep happy all at the same time, and I love the chaos of it. But wow, if any of you guys are fans of NPH, Neil Patrick Harris, he hosted the Tony Awards, I think 3 or 4 years in a row. And there's one of the ones that he does this big crazy opening sing, and one of the ones, the name of the song is "Let's Go Bigger." And that's what I feel like this year has been, it's been a let's go bigger. But, wow. And he goes through the whole song. And if you've never seen it before and you like musical stuff, I was in musical theater growing up. And if you've never seen it before and you like musicals, it's worth going back and just do Neil Patrick Harris Tonys and watching all of those, because he's hilarious. and he's a brilliant actor and singer as well. And there's a part of it where it's the tempo starts accelerating, and actually what the words are is the tempo is accelerating, and it gets going, and everything speeds up, and he names off more stuff. And I feel like that's where we're at, right? It's 1 week and 2 days until Thanksgiving, and so the tempo is accelerating. There's a bunch of really cool stuff coming out for Black Friday release, like the Blood Bowl stuff and the stuff Tony's looking for Armada and X-Wing, and a bunch of really cool releases are coming out that aren't going to be available until Black Friday, and we're so looking forward to those. But man, whew, new employees we're trying to get up to speed. We had a really awesome training the other night, and Tony, I saw your post that you want to get back to teaching games, and that's why we love you, because you love teaching games and you're very good at it. So we were teaching games to some of our new employees the other night, and we had so much fun. Katara, the new one from Yellow, inspired. Well, there was cursing, and Grayson was taking a move, and he was wiping Jenna off the map, and she's like, "How many moves do you have this turn?" Because you have to build to get moves. And Grayson's like 5, and she's like, "F you!" And I just started laughing. I laughed so hard. A lot of cursing while playing Llama and Point Salad, and taught everybody how to play the new Trekking the World, which is amazing. Trekking the World, I think, is now going to be my new family game to recommend instead of Ticket to Ride. I think it's a better Ticket to Ride. And so, we played that, and we learned how Flying Goblins is chaos incarnate. That is supposed to be a kid's game, but I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's a better party game. If you're doing shots while playing that or having drinks and stuff, oh my God, it'd be amazing. We had such a great time teaching everybody these games so they can teach you these games and they can give you better explanations about it. So yeah, it's accelerating. Mickey just said Toys for Tots. So yes, thank you, Mickey. I'll go into that for a second for anybody watching. We're doing a cool event, Toys for Tots. It's actually the Gamma Trade Association. Gamma is the Game Manufacturers Association of America. We're members as retail stores of this. It's kind of the industry trade group for game stores, and they came up with this promotion, and we jumped on it because it's so cool. The Toys for Tots promotion is if you buy a copy of a select game, and there's some really good games in there like Catan or Ticket to Ride or Llama, or for little kids stuff like Rhino Hero or My First Castle Panic or things like that. If you buy a copy of a game for you, you can buy a second copy of the game for 50% off to put in the Toys for Tots bin. And then we're going to try to fill the window with it. And I bet you we've had about, I'm going to guess we probably had about $650, $700 worth of games donated so far under this program. Jeff has made a huge table display because it's now not on one table. It's got to be across multiple tables because there's so many games that are available. The manufacturers are making it so that we can do this by lowering our costs so we can get the games at a price to do the 50% to you guys. So we're so happy with, Asmodee, Fireside Games. Fireside, of course, is Castle Panic and Stringamajig. We got a bunch of Haba games. We love their kids' games for years. Amigo Games makes Llama, which was up for Game of the Year last year, as well as Take 5, which is kind of a classic card game. Who else did we bring stuff in? We got Double Dominoes in, which is an awesome kids game that adults can play with them, and that's from Calliope Games. So some really cool stuff on there. And, that's going to be a cool program. Mickey, thanks for bringing it up. It's buy one, get the second one 50% off. You're supposed to keep one if you want it, and then put this 50% off one in the Toys for Tots bin. A lot of people have just been like, put both of them in the bin. We had folks in, Christina was in earlier, and they bought 2 copies of USAopoly's new game, Upside Drawn, and they put both of them in. Ann was in the other day, and she bought 2 games and put both of them in. She put Catan Jr. in the bin. Tony put both copies of Illusion he bought in. Alex started us off, and Alex just said, here's $250. Put as many games as will work for $250 and put all of that in the bin, right? That was amazing that Alex did that. So, thank you guys that have done that. It's good. It's a cool program. It's going to go all the way right now all the way through December 9th. I think it's the day they come to pick up the bin. So we're hoping to have so many freaking games that they have to send a big truck or a van or something to pick it all up. So yeah, Tony did story cubes. So that's awesome. No, Tony, I meant you didn't get Illusion. Somebody else got Illusion. You did the story cubes. So yeah, that's going on. When we get into December, of course, we got some fun stuff that we're going to do with December as well. I'll tell you guys more about it when we get closer, but we have some fun stuff that we do as well. Now that we're rolling into the winter, we're going to try to do the Red Raccoon Games lives again on a more regular basis. We talked about it at our staff meeting on Sunday. I can commit to doing them 1 day a week. My city council stuff is going a little busy right now. I'm running for re-election, so I can do 1 day a week. So the other day, I'll probably do every Tuesday, and the Thursday will always be one of the other staff. So it could be Jeff, it could be Jesse, it could be Jenna and Jillian have done them together before. And each one of them is going to talk to you about whatever they want to talk about, right? We all have different things. Jesse's always devolved into anime and Gundam stuff. Jill and Jenna describe theirs as ADD personified. Mine is I like to talk about movies and TV shows and stuff like that on mine that I'm watching. God, so many things were canceled this year. So we're going to do Red Raccoon Games live. We're going to try to go back to the Tuesday, Thursday schedule. What else? I was thinking there was something else I wanted to talk to you guys about. And let's see, we talked about COVID in the store. We talked about holiday sales for the store. We talked about Toys for Tots. Oh, events. The reality, guys, is we're not running events in the store probably until April or May. The airflow in the basement just is not good enough at the best of times to make it so any of us is comfortable running events down there. The reality is most schools and events and cons next year are already canceling the ones that are in the early parts of the year. All this stuff is going to be canceled realistically until we get a vaccine that gets widespread adoption. The vaccine's coming. I'm on the board for the community healthcare clinic. The hospitals and the doctors and stuff are talking about they're going to get our first responder people are going to get the vaccines first. So that's our doctors and our nurses and our firefighters and our police officers. They're going to end up getting the vaccine first. Once the vaccine kind of goes, that they're covered. The second stage of people is going to be the high risk folks that are probably mostly elderly or have some condition that makes them a high risk person. So they're going to get the vaccines second, and then it'll probably go to kids, and then kind of, quote unquote, healthy adults, right? Our regular adults. We're going to get the vaccines last. Let's be honest. It's going to be last. It'll eventually be something that you can make a doctor's appointment for. Depending on which vaccine it is, you might have to get one shot and go back 13 days later and get another shot. I know there's 2 or 3 of them that are out there right now. So realistically, events aren't going to start at the store again until we start seeing actually widespread adoption of vaccines. We had a conversation, Tyne was in, and we were talking about, right, the one vaccine was announced and it was going to be 90% effective. Okay. How do you know if you're on the 90% side or the 10% side? You could be in either, and it's not like you get like your pinky turns purple or something to know which percentage you're in. But the reality is if 90% of people become unable to get COVID-19, that's going to take the, if 90% of people can't get it anymore, our numbers are going to dive. And that's where we start moving towards herd immunity, to make sure that, that's when COVID starts to peter off. And occasionally people will bump into it. But it won't be as prevalent where somebody doesn't know and they walk into a store or a bar or a restaurant or a church service or a D&D group or whatever it might be and give it to everybody there and not know, because that's what's happening right now. The number one place where people are getting COVID-19 is private parties. People are still going out thinking their bubble is safe, but their bubble is not safe. And so they're getting it there. That's the number one place. The number two place, this is what I've read, the number two place is bars and restaurants, right? We can't shut off people going to private parties. We try. We say stay home, don't go to private parties, but some people are going to do it anyway. And so they're not being safe there. The governor can say bars and restaurants, you have to shut down. You can only do curbside pickup, which he has done. He can say retailers, you have to limit your capacity to make sure people are spread out. And by the way, this time, if you read that order, it specifically says everybody has a capacity limit except for true grocery stores or pharmacies. Big box stores that also happen to have groceries, they're not exempt. They have to have the 25% capacity limit. Places that are convenience stores that happen to do pharmaceutical, those are not. They're accepted. They're under the capacity limit too. So that's your Walmarts and your Myers and your Targets are going to have to be the capacity limit. Lowe's, and because none of those places did anything in March, and they're a big part of the reason why we have this problem right now. Them and those people that said, I'm not going to wear a mask no matter what because America and freedom. So they're under capacity limits too, but it's going to be April, May. We get asked all the time. Hey, you guys running Friday Night Magic? Did you not pay attention to what's going on in the rest of the world right now? No Friday Night Magic, no D&D. We're trying to do some D&D online. If we can get some DMs, we'll do Pathfinder online. If we can get some GMs for Pathfinder. Jeff's going to run some more Learn to Play D&D classes. Jessica is going to keep doing painting classes. We're going to keep trying to do more content. We're actually going to do some different types of video content that we're thinking about doing just to keep you guys entertained of us being stupid. Maybe us actually teaching you how to play the game so you can see if it looks like it's something that's interested in. So we're gonna fire that up, and we're trying to just figure out a time of when to start filming those things. We're gonna keep doing more of the unboxing videos. People really like those. So we're going to do that. And we're going to try to keep a lot of things to keep our community, our Red Raccoon Games community and family, entertained and safe and just having fun, right? We want people to feel connected to the best that we can. We love seeing you guys in the store, even if we're only seeing, right, just some of you guys. I totally didn't even recognize, Andrew came in the other day. And I was like, who is this? He's like, Andrew. I'm like, Andrew who? He's like, I was like, oh, I didn't even recognize you. And he's like, oh yeah, it's Andrew. We're trying. If you guys have ideas of other stuff you want, other content you want, things you want from us, let us know. Right? We're up for anything. We have no problem being stupid on camera and trying new stuff as we go along. We're going to try to see if we can get Tony to actually, finish all his gunplas as he goes along. Mickey's working through her gunplas. I was saying something about painting earlier. I have a bunch of minis, and I've never even. I'm not a good painter, so maybe we'll do some. This is how not to paint a mini class, and maybe we can all learn something along the way. Because I have a lot of minis that need to get painted. And I bought all the paints when everything was shut down, and I never even opened them up. I think they're all still sealed. I don't even think I even broke the I don't even think I broke the canisters open. So maybe we'll do a how not to paint a mini class. We'll do it on Zoom so you guys can make fun of me while I'm trying to paint these minis. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, let us know what you guys want, what you guys need. We're trying to come up with things that support the community, that support the community, that and just keep people entertained, that keep economic stuff going on. And guys, I know we appreciate all of you that are ordering from us online and letting us ship it to you or do curbside pickup for you. We really do. It's no bother at all. We have already made plans, right? Chance's job over that small business weekend is just to keep on top of the curbside pickup orders on the shipping and everything, to make sure that you get your stuff as fast as possible. And if we do get shut down, if the governor shuts us down, I hope that doesn't happen, but that means that stuff is getting really bad, right? So if the governor shuts us down, we will. I'm telling you right now, if you can't come to us, we will come to you. So if the governor shuts us down, we will have an option for free local delivery inside of the Bloomington Normal area. Otherwise, we'll ship it to you. I hope it doesn't get to that, but we will make sure that you get the stuff that you want. So I'm going to wrap this up, and I'm going to go eat some meatloaf because it smells delicious. I think it got done cooking. And thank you to my mother-in-law, Pamela, because Kelly's Decorators Grocery. The Decorators Grocery is Kelly's cookie and candy and baking shop that's over on Linden Street. And they're in the second week of their annual chocolate sale. And some of you guys have seen the pictures before. She'll sell like 16,000 pounds of chocolate over the course of 2 weeks. And chocolate bombs, which if you don't know what a chocolate bomb is, it was like featured on somebody famous's TikTok and it's blown up, it's gone viral. And a chocolate bomb is a ball of chocolate, not this big because that'd be ridiculous, like about a 3-inch ball of chocolate, and it's hollow, and inside of it you fill it full of hot cocoa mix, and maybe you put in some like dehydrated marshmallows in there so they expand when and then, or maybe you put in some, I've heard of people that have put in like toffee so that it melts, or they put in peppermint or things of that nature. So you take this ball of chocolate and you put it in your oversized coffee mug, and then you pour warm milk over it. And then the warm milk melts the chocolate, and then everything that's on the inside of it kind of explodes out. Chocolate bomb, right? And I've had one. They're ridiculously decadent. And the internet and everybody has gone crazy making chocolate bombs. So last year, everything was about white chocolate and white chocolate bark with cranberries and lemon bark and all these things that all use white chocolate. And so Kelly this year got kind of the same proportions of stuff she got last year. And this year, nobody wants white chocolate. Everything is about semi-sweet chocolate or milk chocolate to make these chocolate bombs. And so she was like, she was up to, there's this massive stack of boxes of white chocolate at the Decorators Grocery right now. I had to drive halfway to Chicago to meet her mom to fill the entire back of my car full of milk chocolate and dark chocolate. So I moved out of Pam's car to my car, and then out of my car into the Decorators Grocery. I carried 1,200 pounds of chocolate today, which is, my back is, I'm sure, going to let me know it's not happy about that in the morning. And then, but because my mother-in-law is amazing, she's like, here, take this box too. And I'm like, well, what's in this box? She actually sent us with a meatloaf and potatoes and beans, so that we didn't have to cook tonight. All I had to do was just stick it all in the oven. Oh, and garlic bread. And so I'm going to let you guys go because I'm going to go eat dinner. So I hope everybody stays safe. I hope you all keep having fun. Let us know how we can help you, what kind of stuff that you want to see from us, and what kind of silliness that you want us to do, and we'll make that happen for you. And we're looking forward to doing some really cool stuff through the holidays. and getting through this whole thing together. Okay, that's it for me now.